Yo, what up, guys? My name is NorCalNik. I'm the top healer on Mimi's Brunner, and I've just been playing a lot lately, and I noticed some people talking about different things about healing and stuff like that. So I just kind of want to give my input on healing as far as right now. I got about 800 hours as a healer, and I feel like, I've done a lot of learning and, experimenting in wars, outpost rushes, world PvP, group dueling, and stuff like that. So I just wanted to shed some light on healing, help people out with healing, because I know with the nerfs and stuff like that, it's been really hard for people to heal. They feel like healers are in a bad spot right now. They definitely could use a little some, but I definitely feel like I'm still, shining and healing even with after getting nerfed 3 times already, and Beacon's about to get nerfed again. So, well, I guess it's not a nerf because it was never supposed to happen, but it's still a nerf. So, but anyways, I'm just gonna go over healing, talk about some stuff, and see what I can do to help you guys. I'm gonna go over my attributes. So this is what I run. I run 362 focus, 79 con. You could get that up a lot more. A lot of people believe like in, a dead healer does no healing, right? So if you're dead, regardless of how high your focus is, you're not healing, right? I personally don't have a problem surviving with this much con. I mean, I'm like damn near at 8k health. People are like running like 13, 12k health. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you just do so much more healing with more focus. Where I feel like if you really if you can survive and play really good to where you don't die, then I highly recommend going higher focus than what much higher focus than con. Because I don't know about you guys, but I get focused by everyone. Like everyone on the server knows I'm a healer, and they all go for me in wars and in outpost rush, world PvP. Like, I mean, I got clips that like represent that to the max. I have people who are on my team in OPR telling the other team like, "Oh, we got NorCalNik, kill him or we win." Or people who join my group be like, "Oh, NorCal's team, guaranteed GGs." Like, the healing is just so nuts that like even with all the nerfs, like you can still perform pretty well. I mean, it sucks that we did get nerfed, but that's another topic for another day. But anyways, like I'm saying, like you really get focused a lot, and I really do get focused all the time. Like people like I said are constantly calling my name out, whispering me, telling me they're coming for me. Like they'll see me queue up next to the OPR and be like, "Oh, if I'm on the other team, I'm going for you." My company's yelling my name in Discord, "Kill him, kill him, kill him." So I have no problem surviving with this much focus. I'll have like 5+ people like attacking me, and as long as you just use your moves correctly, it's no problem. I am eventually trying to. I think the like perfect build would be like 100 con, and then like maybe like 360 focus, and then you just use that 40 food for focus or for con, whichever one you need more help with. I personally in my wars have been using the 40 focus food. I just like the extra healing, puts me at 402 healing. It's basically, a lot of people would say that it's overkill. If you, definitely had a problem like surviving though, that extra 40 con on top of your health would be absolutely insane. So, um, it's just kind of like how good are you surviving? How good are you surviving with what you got? Yeah. Show my rapier. So I don't even have my rapier max level yet, but this thing doesn't need to be max level to be honest. So, um, what I would recommend is definitely getting this side of the tree max out first. I'm rocking evade, riposte, and fletch. So basically, evade is just nice to make you like momentarily immune to damage. So it's really big for, let's say you're out of dodge rolls, but someone's about to do like runs up and tries to do like a gravity, like a stun on you or hit you with a sweep from a spear or some crazy thing like that. If you can see it coming and you just time it right, you can evade it whenever you want, and that cooldown's up every 5.7 seconds, which is really nice. You literally get a movement speed buff off of it too after, so I definitely recommend maxing it out. Riposte is great absolutely mandatory for if you're running the Rapier. Basically, if you just hit this button right before you're about to get hit, you can avoid all damage taken by multiple sources right when that happens, and then you stun multiple targets if they're around you. But you definitely stun one. The only thing you got to worry about is I don't know if the game meant to make it like this, but when you riposte and then you go to stun, that's dodgeable. So if they're like some people, if they're smart enough and they're like, especially when I duel a lot of people, they kind of learn how I play and stuff like that. So they know what I'm gonna do. So if they try to bait riposte, they'll do an auto attack and then your riposte go to hit and then you have to hit, right? There's no way to cancel the animation. They'll dodge it and then it's like now you two are at a standstill again where you don't have riposte, but he's trying to kill you. So you got to keep that in mind too. Make sure, like, my favorite time to riposte is like maybe when they do double like auto attacks. If they're swinging, like spam clicking left auto attack, like they always do two, right? So they swing. If you can get your riposte off on that first swing, they're gonna try to swing again, and they won't be able to dodge, and then you can snake them like that. So that's really big. You can do it stun off hammers and uh, just like any attack that would cause damage to you, you can riposte it. So you can riposte like even gunshots from like across the map, bows, like stuff like that. Riposte psychic screams, like like those are like big things to think about when you're getting attacked. I went and maxed it out all the way too, just because you get that increased stun duration right here for 2 to 2.5 seconds. That's big to get your heals off on yourself or get out of there. I also run this, like I said, but I'm not going to put any points into this. I don't feel like these really benefit you at all, as far as like in a healer aspect way or a kiting way. So I'm not going to put damage and more points into this. I'm just going to finish this talent out by going with controlled breathing and then also red curtains. I'm going to get that maxed out, and then if like you wanted to do more damage, you could definitely do these two as well. But honestly, if you just have these three attacks, you're chilling. You really don't even like I had the Rapier at level 4 going to OPRs and still coming up on top. Like just having these three attacks, I didn't even have it into any of these. So these are more just quality of life of what like helps you survive, what helps you do damage, what just makes you play better as a healer. So I like with playing with Rapier, all you need is these three, and if you really needed more, this boom, boom, and yeah, everything else is quality of life. All right, so now I'm gonna go over my life staff build. This is like what I used to run. I used to take Aegis off and go straight to Protector Strength, but recently with a perk I had and some testing I did, I just think this is better. And I'll go. I'm gonna show my gear and everything too, so that way you guys understand why I run Orb instead of Lights Embrace. So starting this is all pretty like much like common. Like I feel like every healer would run this except for people don't like Enchanted Dust Justice. They prefer the Mending Touch. I do not like Mending Touch. I personally feel like this is like a really good heal that people sleep on, and the main reason they don't like it is because of the cooldown. It's 120 seconds, but it's when you're hit in battle, you activate the aura. So like whenever you're hit, and usually when I'm hit, I'm surrounded by people for one, and for two, it helps heal me. So if I have a bunch of people on me, it really helps like stay alive. So I think people really do sleep on this. There is nothing wrong with running this, especially if you heavy attack a lot, which most healers do to keep those stacks up. But unless they're not really grouped up, it can be really hard to hit your heavies like every 12 seconds on somebody moving, or when like say um, there's a lot of like kiting going on where you have to like track your hits. I noticed that a lot of healers miss those. So um, and the debuff is also like for your allies too. And I rather instead of throw a heavy through, I just throw a heal through with my lights, and it stacks with the reducing cooldown. So if you can keep these stacks up, and you really feel like you're getting a huge benefit out of this, then go for it. I just feel like this healing on me and the AoE heal that's just around me is really like it just does more for me than it does for this. So that's why I use it. So I run these 3 points in Beacon. I don't use the haste. I don't really like care for it. I feel like if I had to pick between this and bend light, I would want the more effective healing. It just does more than the haste. If you need help getting away from people, sure, but I feel like if you don't run this, you're really missing out on a lot. So I definitely would get bend light over this. That's like the only thing I would replace it for. So I do use Orb of Protection. A lot of people use Light's Embrace. They swear by Light's Embrace. I think Light's Embrace is good too. I'm just not a fan of the target healing, and I also just feel like Orb of Protection is much easier to hit than Light's Embrace when you're not using the targeted healing, especially because like one, you can shoot this through people and it hits the ground. So that does the AoE effect to everyone around it, or when you hit somebody. So that's where this comes in. You literally put a stacking dot of healing on top of whoever you hit with the orb. You do damage with it that's like equal to your full heavy attack out your light staff. It has a really short cooldown, which is only like 9.5 seconds. I mean, I know Lights Embrace is like what, like almost 4, so obviously Lights is up more often. But with this, you also grant, Fortify and that dot healing. And then, like I said, when it hits everyone else around it, also give them that dot healing, which lasts for 20 seconds, and it's a pretty decent amount. And so that kind of brings to what my next topic is, which is my gear. So the other reason why I use Orb of Protection is because of this. Mending Protection, increasing healing power by 36% for 5 seconds if Orb of Protection heals an ally with less than 50% health. When I hit somebody with that AoE effect, it also gives you that stacking buff. And so let's say if you hit everyone with your orb and none of them were below 50, but then you hit the ground or an enemy and that AoE goes off and heals somebody for that 50% or for that dot damage or whatever, then that will give you the buff as well, the 36%. And I tested it in a duel and I saw how it works, so it was really cool. So that's why I run Mending Protection. I get that 36% increased healing for 5 seconds every 10 seconds I use Orb. So this, obviously stacked with all your other buffs that you would have on your character. So like, let's say you throw a heavy at somebody, you get the buff. You dash, you get the buff. And then you hit Orb, you get the buff. Then you Sacred Ground with Beacon on top of that. Bro, like the healing is insane. Like no one will die with that within that 5 seconds for sure. And it gets them up pretty fast too. And then also you got to think about too, if you use it on yourself and you're about to die, let's say you drink a pot too, like that increase in healing also works with your pot as well. So always keep that in mind too. That's like your burst window healing right there. But so I do have some other gear I run, but right now I'm not mid-maxing currently just because I haven't found the right gear for it. I feel like this gear that I'm wearing has been a lot more effective for me than mid-max, like getting the mid-max. So this one just has Resilient on it. I did have a helm with Freedom and Sacred Ground on it, but I gave it up for this because I already have Fortified Sacred Ground on my boots with Resilience as well. So this is like my boots I have with Resilience. So I gave that other Sacred Ground because it doesn't stack with multiple armor slots. It only works with one. So I gave that up to have Resilient instead of Freedom basically. And then so that's what I'm rocking. Obviously I have Resilient, Mending, and Constitution on this. This was just a piece of armor I found on the trade for like 4K, so I bought it. It was really good. Con definitely helps you stay alive, so there's nothing really wrong with that. This gloves, I had the faction gloves, which gave me Resilient and the cooldown reduction. But this one gave me max focus, max con, and max resilience. So I decided to go with this instead of the faction gear. And the faction gear I had was also light, not medium. So this kind of just helps out a little more. And I'm still rocking the faction gear pants right now, which is refreshing, resilient. I do plan on making some armor, so that way I can try to get something higher level with pretty much the same exact stats, which we all know how impossible that is right now, unless you're just super lucky. The amulet I'm rocking is I have a 24 focus with Divine. Divine's just really nice for giving you that increased healing on yourself. So this really helps when you're getting focused by a bunch of people. Running away is one thing, but sometimes you got to heal yourself and kind of move around to to buy yourself some time to stay alive, and then maybe wait for Rapier cooldowns or something like that. So this is really nice. Uh, my next one is Silverleaf. I do have a lot higher gear score than this. I just been lazy about farming Eternal Pools. But yeah, the reason why we rock this is for Sacred. Obviously, 7.9 outgoing healing is huge for healers. That's like absolutely insane for just being able to heal a lot more. I have the trinket from Dynasty. Every jewel crafter I hit up asking to see if they can make something better than this, they almost say it's damn near impossible unless it just rolls legendary, or this like basically the same exact thing with a different gem and better traits, which would be kind of hard to get. So if you haven't got that yet, that's a great hold me down until you find something better. The Ancients from Lazarus. This is, in my opinion, the best in slot staff any healer can get right now, and Legendary is even better. I've ran Lazarus like 60 times, like not even exaggerating, like literally 60 times, and I've only seen this thing drop twice or 3 times, and this is the highest gear score I got. And then, unfortunately, it keeps going lower. I already have my watermark to 600, so I definitely would recommend running it if your watermark's high enough, but it's not a guaranteed thing for sure. So just keep that in mind. I have this Rapier. It's just a focus con one with enchanted on it. Reason why I don't have a focus gem in it is because of fire chain. I don't even it prevents me from putting that gem in it, so it's a really big rip. But honestly, if you were trying to do as much damage as you possible with the Rapier, then I definitely would run enchanted, focus gem, and then pure focus or focus con, whatever helps you survive better. And that's the main thing you need. Maybe crit damage too, or crit chance. Crit chance would be nice because it gets your cooldowns back faster. Crit damage probably just be for more, obviously more damage and stuff if you got lucky with the crit. But that's basically my gear right there. So, alright guys, so this is one of my favorite clips that I have done personally, where I think why the Rapier is so good, and the reason why I think healers should use it. I'm just gonna let the clip go through, and then I'm gonna break it down after.
That's our only solution. Only. Oh!
It should make it so you drop a token if you die with
Please, I pressed 3!
You do drop it if you get killed with it.
No, it's only if you get killed with face on.
Oh my god, the amount of juking I'm doing right now to stay alive is just different. I really need to get the fuck out of here though. Oh dude, I'm getting in from one circle to another. I know he wants to kill me. No! Yes! He actually clutched that up so hard. Oh my god, dude. Ah! I need to get out of here! Bro, I'm fucking different!
I just see one person cutting down trees. Come on, let's look at these.
Oh my god, bro. Bro, that's nuts.
Did you die?
No, I'm fucking alive, dodging a brew and vandals and another guy. I mean, they're right there. Look at them. Look at them. They're all chasing me. No way they're still chasing me. Come on, bro. No way. Oh, please.
I'm stunned.
Someone help me. This is an unrelenting force that will not leave me alone. Okay, I'm gonna make him die right here. Alright, so you saw the clip. Obviously, kiting the brute with all those people jumping on me, maneuvering around, going from point A to point B. I'm gonna break it down for you right now, but that's just an example. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna break down my mindset on everything. So right now I see the brute pushing me. I'm just trying to get out of there. This guy jumps me, stuns me. Brute low key saves me. I'm gonna get hit again. I know I have riposte up, so I try to block. I'm immune to damage. I dash away, right? Because I'm trying to get away from the brute. I'm trying to get all away from the ads, and I'm trying to give myself a second to get myself back up, right? So I'm running to this rock because I know I can use this to kind of kite people around to keep something in front of me from doing damage, right? So that's why I'm running to this. I try to get through. I play Sacred Ground, like I said, trying to get a heal on me. Brute's coming. I got 2 people focusing me, right? Gravity Well's on top of me, so it's keeping me stuck pretty much too. So right when I'm about to get hit by that, I try to evade the attacks off those guys, but the Brute still hits me anyways. Luckily, I'm hit towards the rock right here and still in my circle. I dodged twice, try to mute all that damage. I actually dodged 3 times right there. So that's what's nice about running medium versus light or heavy is you get those extra 3 dodges. That's really, really big. Like, I mean, I just dodged 3 things that would potentially kill me right there, right? Sure, I'm out of stamina now, but my circle's still on the ground. I have riposte back up. So I riposte, I stun him trying to get out of there. I dodge 2 more times, and then I dash out, right? That, from getting there to there, if I didn't get stunned by this random attack, I would have been fine. I would have been putting beacon on myself. I would have been putting orb on myself, trying to keep myself alive with my build. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that threshold where I get that increased 36% healing right now. If I just throw orb right at the ground, I can heal me and Zol, get that increased healing, throw beacon on in Sacred Ground, I'd be fine, right? But these guys are really pushing me hard, so I'm trying to get away. So the stun, I got stunned. He breaks it though, luckily with that Defying Stance. He's chopping me down, right? I'm trying to get away, riposte, I stun. He dodges that. That's a thing, guys, okay? That can happen. Like I said, they will normally try to, if they're really good, they'll bait that and then really try to do the most damage they can to you after that because they know that your riposte is down. They can't get stunned. I just use Fletch, so I'm like, you know, I can't dash. I have evade just back up, so I have enough to, I can, like, you know, avoid an attack and get my full stamina and I'm out for 3 more dodges, right? So I'm keeping all this in my mind while I'm playing. I'm looking at my buffs. I'm looking at my cooldowns, like things you really got to pay attention to as a healer, right? So I try to get out of there. I see his stun. I drop the Sacred Ground. I'm in my heal zone. This is good. I have Fortify. I can take a little bit of damage, you know. Brute's absolutely going crazy right there. Dash away. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay alive. Still trying to heal, right? I have full health. I was able to heal myself, you know. Now I'm trying to provide healing for my other teammates, you know, people who are there too. You got to keep your boys alive if you want to stay alive too. That's the #1 rule of healing. You definitely got to keep your guys alive while you're alive. There's like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think another one comes out after this too, but there's a lot of people focusing me right now. So this is proof, right? This is what I was talking about. I only got 79 con. I don't even have 8k health left, but it's definitely possible to stay alive. You know, if you can tank 4 to 5 guys and a brute on you, bro, you're fine in war. You're fine in like world PvP, you know? And also like what the thing is, what's nice about like using Rapier is you can play up close and personal in your ground, healing your boys, you know, keeping everybody alive, or you can play far back and kite and let them never touch you again, you know. So it just all depends on your your play style. But yeah, they're focusing me. I turn, I'm like, wow, that's so many. And the brute, like, I was really surprised at that moment. I survived all that damage. Like, you know, I was like, dang, I can't believe I did that. So they obviously grabbed me. I try to riposte. I stun. I only hit one of them, 2 dash away, and then I used my, you know, my dash to get away as well. So after this, it was so funny. You know, as you're like playing with people, like you're getting to know people, you build a reputation for yourself, and people get to know your name and stuff. They message me and like, bro, you're like the holy grail of getting of kills. Like, if you kill me, it's like an accomplishment because it's so hard to like get me. You know, like I have so much shit to use to get away from people. So I definitely recommend Rapier and Rapier and Life Staff for sure. Because it's just so good, you know. The survivability is just unmatched. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, like you have everyone around you, like brood smashing, people are hidden, you're out of there. You know, boom. That tether was kind of lucky. You know, got the pillar, heal. You know, trying to stay alive. Evade didn't work out so well. Kiting them still, or riposte while I'm in my heal to stay alive. You know, dodge that, dash away, stun. That was super unlucky. That was lucky. You know, it's just really nice. You know, just really nice to stay alive. Like, it just works so well. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much all I got for you. You know, I went over everything and how to play. So I'm just gonna continue to keep learning myself. Practicing with Rapier is so much fun. I've been having a blast with it. I really enjoy it. if you guys ever want to ask me any questions or ask me why I do things, or if you've seen stuff off other videos and you're curious on what my opinion could be about it, feel free to hop in my Twitch. I'll definitely link that in the description. That's the best way to get a hold of me. You could always, like and comment on YouTube. I'm not really too into YouTube, but I'll update and post when I can to, feel like if it's something helpful, I think is helpful. But the best way to get a hold of me is Twitch for sure. Just, hop in the live, just say what's up. Any questions, I'd be happy to answer. I'm always streaming wars, OPRs, I'm dueling, world PvP. So, maybe if you don't want to talk, maybe there's something you can watch while I'm playing that you could check out. I also have a list of videos in my collections I feel that are really like cool too. That I'm 1v3ing, I'm 1v4ing, I'm doing group duels. I'm doing group duels like 1v5s, like stuff like that where I'm like testing Rapier, testing how much damage I can take with healing. So yeah, feel free to check any of my stuff out and, hit me up for whatever you guys need. I'm happy to help. I just, I have like about 800 hours on healing right now. So that's all I've ever done since the game started. So I definitely, try to put in the work to, be the top healer on the server. So, but yeah, just hit me up whenever, guys. Appreciate your time. And, guys, even checking out the video if you made this far. Thank you so much again. Appreciate it. Later.